Good evening, this is Lantern Glow Stories. Tonight's tale rests in the palm of a hand where something small and overlooked carried more belonging than it ever revealed. Settle in and let the lantern glow guide you into the night. The key lay at the bottom of the drawer, cool and heavy despite its size. It was brass, its edges softened by years of use, its bow marked with a single shallow notch. When Elias Monroe found it, he did not remember ever seeing it before, and yet the weight of it felt familiar. Elias had returned to his childhood home to help his aunt prepare it for sale. The house had belonged to his grandparents, a place once filled with birthdays, holiday gatherings, and conversations that stretched long after midnight. Now the rooms stood quiet, their echoes folded neatly into boxes. He had been sorting through the hallway dresser when his fingers brushed against the key. No label, no ring, just the key. As a child, Elias remembered watching his grandfather move easily through the house, opening and closing doors with practiced care. The front door, the back door, the shed, keys always returned to their places. This one had not. Elias turned the key over in his palm. It bore no markings to suggest which lock it belonged to. Still, he slipped it into his pocket. Some things asked to stay close. That afternoon, he tried the key on every door in the house. The front door, the pantry, the attic. It fit nowhere. In some locks, it turned slightly, then stopped, as if refusing to go further. As evening settled, Elias sat alone in the living room, the key resting on the coffee table. The house felt attentive, as though it were listening. He remembered his grandmother sitting in that same room, keys jingling softly in her hand. "This one's important," she'd once said, holding up a key he didn't recognize. "Even if you don't know why yet." Night came quietly. The house creaked and settled, cool air drifting through the hallways. Unable to sleep, Elias wandered the rooms once more, drawn by a familiar restlessness. He stopped beneath the staircase. The small room there had once been a coat closet, then a storage space, then nothing at all. Just bare walls and a single light bulb casting a soft circle on the floor. Something tugged at him. He knelt and ran his hand along the baseboard. There, nearly invisible, was a thin metal plate set into the wall. A keyhole. Elias's breath slowed. He retrieved the key from his pocket and held it carefully. The metal felt warm now. The key slid in smoothly. It turned. The wall did not open. Instead, a soft click echoed through the room, followed by a gentle warmth that filled the space. Not heat, presence. Elias sat back on his heels, the key still in the lock. Memories surfaced without urgency, his grandparents' laughter drifting down the hall. Late nights spent listening to stories, the steady sense that this house had always been holding more than it showed. He left the key where it was and returned to bed. For the first time since coming back, he slept deeply. In the morning, sunlight filtered into the small room beneath the stairs. The warmth was gone, but the quiet remained. Elias reached for the key. It slid free easily. The keyhole was gone, the wall smooth. He stood there for a long moment, then smiled. Some keys were never meant to open doors. They were meant to open spaces. Before leaving the house that afternoon, Elias placed the key back in the drawer, not hidden, not labeled, just returned. And so tonight's gentle mystery rests quietly in the home, a key without a door, a space quietly unlocked, and a belonging that never needed proof. Thank you for listening. Until our next story, beneath the lantern light.